It's a Bear and Tummy again, and I just got to see your shiny bike, and we'll give you a quick little tour. I'm gonna flip the camera around. So, Chad, tell me about it.
Well, this is the 2022 KLR 650 with the ABS.
Okay.
Purchased at a college bike shop in Lansing, Michigan.
So, this is my first time actually seeing one. I haven't even been to the shop yet, but I really hard to see here, but I'm really loving this front end, the new fairing that they have, and I know this model here specifically has all that fancy gear right there for charging, for mounting like a GPS unit,
Built in. This comes standard in all the new 22 KLR 650s. The mount for your equipment.
Okay.
The adventure models come with a USB port.
Okay.
And an auxiliary cigarette lighter style. And the fog lights.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yeah. You bought the bike, and then you realized everything that every other KLR owner in the history of the world.
Oh yes, yes. Yes. Staring at it, coming out here, standing by the shed. It's winter. I bought it in February, but I knew I wanted to get one before inventory was down, and the pricing was good. But occasionally coming out here and staring at it, wondering what I'm going to do with it. Any other KLR owner, any other dual sport bike owner knows that occasionally you do get a little bit of sickness.
Yep.
A fever, so to speak.
And that fever is
Farkels.
Farkle Fever.
Farkle Fever. While Kawasaki did a good job at trying to give its consumers a bike that is ready to ride, we all know that it is a budget bike, meaning that you are going to have to make some mods to make it comfortable. In my first video, my maiden ride, I talked about how I had an issue using my MX boots, my Alpine Stars, Tech 5s or something like that, motorcycle boots. I could not engage the shifting lever. I could not get my foot pivoted enough to be able to get under that toe. So, two things I got right away, because doing my research prior to this, I knew that I was going to need to do that. First one being low profile oil plug. I don't know if you can pan down there.
I'm not going to.
Okay. The oil plug sticks below the OEM
Skid plate.
And
if you hit anything on the trail, that's the first thing to go. And
right.
Engine's ruined.
Yeah, you're destroyed your engine. It's done.
Is that a magnetic one?
That is a magnetic one.
Well, lovely. Catches all the shavings on the bottom there.
Yes. The second thing I purchased, because I knew I would need it, is the Tusk extended shift lever for this bike. Then things get a little crazy. I'm like,
well, what do you mean?
Well, what happens if I get a spare tire or I get a flat tire? Well, then you had to purchase a tube. I did the 21, the 80 by 121 fits the front tire, but in a pinch can also fill up your rear tire.
Yep.
And then looking at our handle guards, they give you a really generous windscreen protection for your hands, but I do plan on riding off-road with this. Okay, that's not going to protect me. So, doing my research, I decided to opt with a Michigan-based company and went with Enduro Engineering.
Okay.
Based out of Lansing, or Charlotte technically. So I got my Enduro Engineering bark busters. Then I got looking at the kit, got looking at my bike. Didn't come with the saddle clamps
Needed.
for your rear. Yep. Your needed saddle clamps. So I went back in, actually visited them in store, very friendly, had good customer service, and picked those up. Well, I'm suffering from an illness. I decided I needed some more.
You look a little pale there, Chad.
Yeah, so I went with the bright orange
Busters, yeah.
wind guards for the Enduro Engineering bark busters, because you're going to see a theme coming out here. Got my bright orange tube, and when we do our Harbor Freight Farkle video, you'll see my bright orange box and my bright orange stuff, because I, as a first-time highway rider, because I plan on commuting with this bike as well, want to be visible. And it'll be dark when I leave for work. And if I end up switching shifts at some point, it may be dark when I come home. What else do we have in here? Oh yes, let's talk about the foot pegs.
Yeah.
The 2022 KLR foot pegs. They tried to think ahead, saying we want to be comfortable ride for people who are riding on the roads. So they supply you with this rubber mounted foot peg, which
so
you can see the snow building up is no fun.
Well, that's actually standard on most KLRs. It's actually the mounting underneath.
So
I
watch
can't really
this.
get them down there.
There's a rubber mounting system
It's soft.
that allows this whole peg to flex. You may have noticed we're not light guys.
Nope.
So a couple mods have to be done there. So what we have is the Tusk hard mount kit. You replace the rubber bushings with these solid bushings.
Mm-hmm.
And the IMS super stock foot pegs.
Yep.
So
Those are the ones I have on my bike too. Cast iron.
they are cast iron, so I probably will be keeping a set of these OEM pegs as a backup in case something goes wrong. As a tall rider, Bear and I are both over 6 feet tall, and they build these people for average sized people. So another thing that's going to be required for comfort, and once I place the bark busters on there to prevent it from hitting the cowling when you turn it all the way, is I'm adding bar risers.
Let me get close up on that one. Okay.
I do not recall the brand of that. Cargo net. That's not a big deal.
Needed.
And then I talked about this in my last video with the horrible wind noise that I suffered. I did raise. Come over here for a second. You can see there's an adjustable mounting system for this OEM windscreen. The position raised it up, I don't know, several inches from this bottom plate all the way to the top plate. And I was hoping that would be enough for me to avoid getting slapped in the face by the wind coming over the windscreen. It did not work. So I purchased from 3D Cycle Parts this Windscreen Riser. So what it does is it gives you total elevation raise of 3 inches, and it pushes the windscreen forward. Because one thing I don't really like is when I'm sitting on the bike, when that facing me that fast, if I hit a big bump, I try to take a tackle, guess what? That's right at eye level when I go forward. So by raising that forward, it's going to raise that impact point up on my helmet and hopefully give me a glancing blow instead of a broken nose. So and then it does come with the stock splash guard or engine guard, which is just a
Skid plate.
skid plate, which is plastic. And the type of riding I plan on doing, I'm going to need something more substantial. So I also went to my friends at Enduro Engineering, because I like to shop local and support local businesses. Went with their aluminum skid plate.
Love it. Now, if you look at the bottom of that, it looks like
They actually factored in for that low profile or that high profile
plug.
oil plug, but I still will replace it with my low profile oil plug. Tire pumps, tire irons, a few other little things. Took my budget bike and I've added another $1,000 worth of gear,
Ouch.
including my riding gear. The Alpine Stars riding gear, set of Alpine Stars riding gloves, knee pads for when we go off-road, which are genetically gifted ancestors decided we have giant calves, so I have a problem fitting my knee guards into my boots. So that is something we're going to have to work on.
We are not small guys. So now you're gonna be doing some videos here to kind of show how you install it.
Yes, we'll do a video of the installation and how everything goes. Any problems I come across will be highlighted. I'm hoping everything goes smoothly. There's other material out in the ether that shows you how to do this, and some of it I may rely on. Hopefully I will be a source for some people in the future.
I love it. So my next video, this Wednesday, not that you guys know what day it is, but I'm actually pulling my bike out of what I call the shed, and I'm gonna kind of go over the things I've done with my bike, what I plan on doing this year, and then hopefully within the next couple weeks, Chad and I will be riding together, and that video will actually be, I think, a lot of fun.
Wednesday. What else else is Wednesday?
It's the day before St. Patty's Day.
It is
And
the
that
day-
call, just have a
Oh,
good day,
no,
and we'll talk to you.
no.
All right, thanks for joining us on our journey. You guys ride safe. Keep the wheels on the ground. Or in the air. But not upside down.
One wheel.
Yeah.
2 wheels? Can KLR's job.
Yes, they can. Pigs can fly. I've seen it.